No, the brand.
One's flying again.
To the boundary, seriously. My intent is not too bad, huh? Mahana was not showing. Huh? In the end. No, Panel link email.
නෑ ඒ channel එකට යන්නකො ඒ YouTube එකකට ගිහිල්ලා
What do I say? Robert. Subscribe. Nice working now. Bill, can you start, Bill?
Welcome back. Hopefully the live stream's back up and running now. We've had some internet outages, which is not that broadcast. We've got to change position again, but hopefully we're up and running again. So 1:45 to 3, we resume in action. Quite sure when we cut out, but it's happening the 24th over at the moment. Again, like just until his fourth over, we bowled quite tightly, had a couple of boundaries in the last couple of overs, so some nice lean / pushes through the covers, but overall that's still from being in the hot sun. You can hear me through the laptop mic. So if I turn that off, you can still hear?
wait
No? You can hear through this mic though? Check, check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is that one working? Just try and make sure we get the sound and pictures. 1 4 9, I think it is. 24. And just So Harry enjoys over now. for a few more runs, but to create a few catch opportunities as well. Cut away once again. This tough outfield, straight to Dylan. Spins away from him, and two more runs. KANDY. So score's now around about 1. Cooper's coming back for a second spell. Which is
Yeah, of course.
so as we go, that's it from 5, 6.
Not the best.
Is that an internet issue?
No, this other sound coming, same as before.
Right, just the mic.
Yes.
Just the laptop.
hello Kamantha මේක බං මේ ලැප් එකේ සවුන්ඩ් ඔෆ් කරාම අරගෙත් සවුන්ඩ් ඔෆ් වෙනවද මේ මයික් එකේ
Is it worth commentating or not?
Just wait for a few minutes.
එතකොට අර
Just wait.
ඒකයි නේ බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් සවුන්ඩ් එක මේ නැති වෙන්න ගණ්ඩ විදිහක් තියෙනවද චුට්ටක් නෑලු නෑලු නේ
Hello. Hello. මේ කවන්ත රමේෂ් කතාවනේ. මේකේ අපි කමෙන්ට් දෙනවනේ. කමෙන්ට් දෙද්දී කියන එක්කෙනාගේ හඬ වල අප්පුඩි ගහන අනිත් ඒවා තමයි සද්ද හෙන්නේ. ඉතින් කියන එක්කෙනා දෙකේ තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද ඒක කරන්නේ? ඉතින් ලැප් එකට ගහන්න බැරිද? ඒක. මේ මෙතනට ගහලා ගන්න බැරිද? ඔව්. කැමරා ගන්නේ. ඔව් ඒකනේ. එහෙම කළොත් හරියන්නේ. දැන් ජැක් එක මම කනෙක්ට් කරලා දුන්නා. කමෙන්ට් මම අහලා.
දැන් බලන්න පොඩ්ඩක්
Bill, can you start, Bill? කමෙන්ට් මම බලලා කොලා දෙන්න. හරි? bye.
Hopefully that sound comes through the laptop a little bit better. We're just trying another connection to try and get things working. We should see a catch put down and Cooper back in the attack. A nick through to the keeper, but unfortunately couldn't stick in the gloves. It's a really nice 90 to the talent. These two batsmen are pretty good, and there's another nice soft drive down to long on. Feel on bound, one more run. So
Perfect.
දැන්
My
so no longer able to put batting underwater. But the connections expert has figured out how to make it all sound work. And now we're away with a bit of commentary, a bit of pictures, and a bit of fast bowling from Cooper Lonergan. That one's sneaks under the bat, but it's looking like a big total that the boys will be chasing down here today, which is what we always expected. This has a very high average total on it. And early on, when we were 77 for one DHARMARAJA, 77 for one team, it's looking like we'll be chasing around 300. We'll do a good job to try and pull the run rate back. And another swing and a miss isn't Bill this time, but unfortunately no one reached. So good over back from Cooper just to handle the runs of that one.
වෙලකේ වෙල මාරයින්ද ඕන මම සෙට් එකේ මේ සෙට් එකේ නේද? මේක වෙල තියෙන මාරයින්ද ඕන?
අරන් ගෙන්නවා
151 will be thereabouts. At 26 overs. Sorry, no, 161. 26 overs. And it's a beautiful city here in Kandy that the boys are enjoying. Bit of support coming out for local boys from the Lake View Pavilion overlooking this ground here. And we're going to have a new spinner cross bowling Pavilion and he'll be another stamp on this game. He's taking a couple of nice catches. Obviously, we're up to 124 runs for just 1 out so far on tour. So he's really enjoying the warm climates of Jamaica and it's been this outfield. So given we're in the water before, I'll try and catch up a little bit on some of the tour highlights. We had Steve yesterday going up Lion Rockets area, which is an amazing old World Heritage site. One more run, possibly two, swept out. Good players to spin, and we're off the first two deliveries, and the runs flowing at this moment. This one over the long sweeper, Number Ian, by the way, in place by Kobe Miller. Yeah. And I think that was a bit of feeling in there, closely from Kobe. I'm swinging him outside off snap. A bunch of cricket trainings going on around us, which is what the background noise is. Obviously, it's played off the back foot nicely and that'll be up going for 4 runs. So that's a lovely shot. I think that's Crossie's first over. That went for around about 9, I think. And it's pretty hard to obtain runs in these conditions. They're up to 1-7-1. 27, I think, so around about 13 overs to go. We'll be chasing down a little too far, but as expected. Cooper now into his 4th over.
Then shoot up ball. Then ball.
Yeah, maybe I think you know.
Ball outside off some from Cooper, but nice just guide it.
Bill.
Leave the mic. Use this.
So we're trying another mic here. Hopefully this one's going to work. 4th equipment change of the day. So 171 is the score. 172 perhaps as Cooper comes charging in from the boundary. Oh, and that's hit straight up in the air. Fielder under it. That's a hard catch out there on the boundary, but it's taken by Corey Lomas. Nice work, and that's the 4th wicket down. Great work from Corey on the boundary. So great work. That's the 4th wicket, and Cooper's toiled hard into this hot sun, and in his 4th over he's picked up a beautiful wicket. So Rama's putting the finger up for out, and I think he's also celebrating the fact that we might finally have some sound. We've tried about 10 different mic and so that's another wicket down for the boys, and pretty much everyone's picked up a wicket on tour. That's Cooper's 3rd, and Cooper has been having an absolute blast on tour so far. Loving life, and he's a bigger than life character to have with us, always smiling, always happy, and he'll be happy after picking up that wicket, and that's a good breakthrough. There's a lovely partnership from those 2 batsmen. And he probably deserved that wicket, had an edge, just not to step on the previous over. And so now he's ready to charge on and get a 5th wicket. And we've got all the local boys here at training, and they are enjoying life. So all the future superstars of Sri Lankan cricket from DHARMARAJA College, famous cricketing college in Kandy.
background sound
Oh, that's a big shout from Cooper. That's a big shout, and he's got 2 and 2, the big fella. Hits it on the back leg, and that's a great little breakthrough. And unfortunately for the batsman, he's got to go back for a first ball duck. And Cooper Lonergan's on a hat-trick here at DHARMARAJA College. And if he gets a hat-trick on tour, I'm sure Rummer's going to shout ice creams for everyone. And I was going to say beers for the dads, but unfortunately there is a ban on serving alcohol in Kandy over the Buddhist celebrations right now, which is been quite challenging. So 171 for 5 now. And Ramesh Lakmal technical support is now heading away after our 5th microphone and setup. Thanks, Rama. So here we go. First hat-trick opportunity on tour. Cooper Lonergan on a hat-trick. Hat-trick opportunity. New batsman is a left-hander. And we've had 1 hit down to the boundary. And now we've had an LBW. And let's see what we can possibly get with this 3rd delivery here. So he's about to charge on in. Hat-trick ball. Oh, not a bad one, falling straight just outside the off stump. And just left alone by the batsman, so dot ball. So that's his 3rd one up, and hopefully an over that's going to change the match a little bit for us. The run rate was just creeping up a little bit as that partnership wore on and took a little bit of energy out of the boys. and just bowling that one into the ground nicely. So that's the end of a superb over from the big fella from Maharangi. He'll be happy with the fact he's picked up a toother in that over, and it just goes to show a bit of heart and a bit of courage go a long way. Cooper's fired up early on for us with some quick bowling, but the batsmen were just leaning on the ball and striking them through the covers. So unfortunately he went for a few boundaries early on, and he has bounced back there very nicely with a 2-wicket over. So would you believe Cooper's first 2 overs went for 31? But he's come back strongly with his next 2 overs going for not much and picking up a couple of wickets. Tony. Big Tony Lomas, star of the show, standing in the middle there. Look at he's walking across there and taking a little bit of a turn. He's got no number on his back today, but the big fella is blocking out the sun there, or at least the camera angle. Crossy back for a second over, and that's snuck under the hands of Kobe at mid-wicket, and it's a tough old day in the field for the boys. And even the ball just going back to Liam, and that goes between his legs as well. So the batsmen come back for a second. It is such a rusty old ground, this one, but the pitch is a good one. And that one's hit up in the air, but down to Nicol at long on. So 1 more to the total. So 171 for 5 at the start of this over. So Cooper, after going for 31 in his first 2 overs, his last 2 overs he's got 2 for 5. So that's what we expect from our boys, coming back and showing a lot of heart. And now hopefully opening up a little bit of an opportunity to slow down the scoring. But as we found on tour, all of the Sri Lankans can bat all the way down to number 11. And in our last game against Royal Panadura College, the number 11 almost took them there. He patiently batted away. He was 0 off 14. 4 balls later, he was on 15 runs, and the game was in the grasp of the Panadura boys. That one's bounced and turned. So far, 1 wicket to Jimmy Burt with a nice slider, which the aggressive opening batsman was out LBW to. And another one turned around the corner. Lawrence stops it at mid-wicket, square leg rather, and just the 1 more to the total. And so we've got all the younger teams at the college all warming up around us as well. So if you end up with a team of under 12s in the view, that will be why. But there's 2 other teams training. There's a Netson behind us at this famous cricketing school on the top of a hill. It's the end of Crossy's second over, 175-ish. $175 for 5 after 29-11 overs left. And it looks like we've got Lawrence Melander back at the other end. Lawrence had a great first opening spell, just 1 for 10 off his 3, and he'll be hoping to continue his tight bowling here. And there's a fly edge down to mid-deep third man and Nickel McClintock. Spectacular catch. Of course, that man's going to catch it. That's a second for Lawrence. Perfect field positioning from Nickel. He wasn't on the boundary. He wasn't in close, just outside the rope. And that fly down to third man for another catch. So 3 wickets now in the last couple of overs. And that is a second for Lawrence in this game. He's got 2 for 10. And he'll be delighted with that return as Rama comes running out with the drinks. And it's 6 down now after in the 30th over. All good?
Yeah.
You guys like the Black Caps? New Zealand? New Zealand? Like the Black Caps? You guys want to do some commentary? So it looks like training's finished and we've just been joined by in the location where we are. Lawrence just outside off. Then we had a very, very close 2-run win over Panadura Royal College. Crossy was the captain that day. Probably anything but a calm win, but super exciting. And the boys were delighted to get that one across the line. And Nickel captaining today here at DHARMARAJA College in Kandy. And that's just nicely played array down to third man for a single. One 7-6 for 6 now. Played out to point there for a single. Total up to 177. And looks like James Burt's back for a bit of left arm leg spin at the pavilion end. He's got a wicket in his first spell, bowled very tightly. And he really enjoyed that opening spell, I'm sure, just as he did his birthday the other day. We managed to pick up 1 for 28 against Panadura, bowled 7 overs. And we just see all of the next team going off to training here at DHARMARAJA College. Probably about 50 or so boys around the nets at the moment. It's actually also a rugby school as well, so rugby's quite strong in Kandy. And on the ground here, there are actually some rugby goalposts as well. That's a nice tight start for Jimmy, but just stroked down to mid-off for a single. Another tight delivery from Jimmy. So apologies for the coverage today. We've had a few internet issues. We've changed the position 4 or 5 times to try and find some coverage. And stroked away to point, no run. So, while coverage was delayed earlier on, Jimmy got rid of the Danger Man, the opener, who got DHARMARAJA off to an absolute flyer and then slowed up somewhat. So he was striking along at 200 in the first 5 or 6 overs and then got down to about a run a ball, but was looking pretty hard to beat. And there's a no ball. That's, I think, the first no ball of the day. So we're 30 overs in and it's the first no ball. So that's been pretty good bowling from the boys. Not too many wides either here today as well, so that's been superb. But anyway, we've got a free hit coming up. Jimmy tries to squirt that one out wide Yorker, but it is a wide, so the free hit continues. And he's given it a full toss, and that has gone down the ground for 4. So, a couple of extra runs to add to the total. Harry goes crawling under a metal shelter to try and find the ball, but it bounced over the tyre, around the concrete roller, and under the corrugated iron lean-to, and that's cricket in Sri Lanka for you. And unfortunately, that's another wide outside off stump. So the runs total up to around 186 now. Straying onto leg side to finish off the over, and 4 more. Batsman tucks it around the corner, down to deep square leg, and Lawrence goes to try and find the ball. So 190-ish up on the board, or close to now. And I think today, other than Jimmy's wicket, that's the only one for the spinners. It's been all the pace bowlers otherwise, with a couple for Cooper, a couple for Lawrence, and 1 for Corey. And Lawrence about to start his 5th over. He's got around about 2 for 11-ish off his first 4, so he's been in great form today. Nice ball from Lawrence, stop ball there, played out to cover. Nice full Yorker, outside off stump, batsman squeezes it away for a single. Out to point, fielded by Hazard. We're in the 32nd over, so 8 to go after this. Looks like Something around about 250 was what we were expecting to have to chase, around about 6 and over. There's a play and a miss outside off stump. Half shout for a caught behind, but nothing doing. So 8 overs to go. Our strategy today was to bat first if we won the toss, but unfortunately that got taken away from us. The first 2 games we managed to defend a totals of 191 and 188, and that one has gone flying away. It's a full toss that's gone as a no ball and has gone flying through to the third man boundary for 4. So not only 5 runs off that, but they'll have a free hit as well. Free hit coming up. Oh, and he's bowled him on the free hit. A beautiful slower ball from Lawrence. And he picks up a wicket, but it's a no ball free hit. So no wicket there, but a nice comeback from Lawrence. And we've seen that happen plenty of times on tour for both teams. As soon as there's a free hit involved, there's often a no wicket happening. And another one that's got away from Lawrence there, so one more to add to the total with a wide outside off. Total up to 197. 8 to go after this. Drifting onto the pads and whipped away down to leg. And fired in by Jimmy Burt. Straight, good throw. He's got to go. Going that one. That's the end of the over. 32 gone. Looks like 196 from the board.